Year 394. The war between the Reich and the Illikens escalated, and for a time it seemed like the Reich would wipe their enemy off the face of Perisno. But with their new leader Zeladek, the Illikens had been given hope. During a fierce siege at Volderberg, Zeladek had been captured, but with no reinforcements in sight, the city was vulnerable to more attacks. His daughter had quickly rallied more men, and with the reluctant help of King Aeolus, had numbers to potentially sack the city. The distant sky darkened as another great storm loomed in the distance. Liana and her army were heading towards Volderberg. Zeladek had led an attack on the city just a week before. They had breached the walls, but due to some mysterious occurrence, had been pushed back. Zeladek was captured in the fight, which led to the Illikens retreating in disarray. Liana stopped her army at the edge of a small forest. They would camp here for the night. She wasn't sure exactly how they would free her father, but the fate of the Illikens depended on it. Heavy rain came down that night, thunder rolling through the air. Lightning struck, and the valley between the city and their camp was lit up like daytime. Liana sat at the edge of her camp, sleeplessly peering into the distance. Another bolt lit up the night sky, illuminating a massive shape above Volderberg. Her hands stiffened, clutching the knife she had been holding. It couldn't be. Liana returned to her tent to order her scouts to keep watch for any information about that ominous shadow. But now she could truly not sleep. The retreating Illikens had told the most abominable story of the creature they fought, but Liana did not truly believe them. Excuses for cowardice, Commander Eris had said. And yet, Liana's mind never left the place near the city where she had thought she'd spotted the outline of a dragon. Morning came without any reports from the scouts, and she ordered her army toward Volderberg. Even with the early morning light, the skies had hardly changed, and the lightning had started that night was still going without any signs of slowing down. Liana nudged her horse forward, the city now clearly in view. A siege tower was still propped against the wall, though clearly damaged. It was evident the city had suffered heavy losses in the attack. With the Illiken army in full view of the towers, no guards appeared. The eerie silence was only broken by the ever-increasing cracks of lightning. Liana dismounted, spear in hand, a clear look of concern on her face. There still was no sign of Reich troops anywhere, even as ladders were placed against the walls. She signaled for a few men to follow her as they started the climb on the siege tower. The silence was broken by a deafening shrill. Liana's heart dropped. There was no mistaking the sound. Her eyes darted to the sky just as a bunch of figures rose from behind the walls, bows raised. The Reich war horn filled the air as a torrent of arrows came